Right here we have think alouds. And think alouds is a really good strategy that involves maybe a teacher or a student just sharing their thinking aloud. And again, it has been shown in research that this is a really effective instructional tool. And think alouds can really involve the teacher maybe sharing the thoughts of how they get to a certain answer out loud. And a lot of times this might be done through like a read aloud or maybe as you're modeling a math problem. So again, you're thinking out loud. And a couple different ways that you could do this is turn and talk. So after your students learn something, have them turn and talk to another partner, and then they think out loud with their partner and they share how to solve those different math problems or how they connect with the story. Another way is acting it out. So again, taking problems and breaking them up into different steps and then walking through with the students how to do that. Maybe a stop and jot. So as you're thinking aloud, you stop, and then the students jot down those next steps as you're thinking along with them. Maybe they stop and draw. So again, kind of like the writing, but instead they're going to maybe sketch note or write out some of those different ideas during the think aloud. Think alouds work great in videos where students can pause. So you could explain different things throughout video and you can pause that video, show the example, and then play it. I've seen teachers use Ed Puzzle with this. So they'll be reading a story and then they pause and they talk about it out loud. So again, using Ed Puzzle maybe to help with that. They might have a Google slide where when they pause to really explain something, it has images, or you could use WeVideo to add a siren in if the character went to the hospital or whatever you needed to do. So again, think alouds can be really great for those things. Here is just some ways to help with a think aloud. Sentence stems are great to help with think alouds because they get students to pause and really think about what's going on. So if you're doing working on predicting for a reading, they might say, I predict, or as you're reading, you could say that as the teacher. Questioning, personal response, summarizing, reflecting, and all of these different sentence stems can really help you and your students begin to understand how to organize their thoughts as they're learning. And again, you could use these, or you can have help your students as they're doing maybe a turn and talk, and they could use these as well. So again, using think alouds are a really high impactful instructional strategy.